This video we're going to go over the new buttress template component. So we'll go up to our templates. I'm going to merge that into the file. Of course you can find it on the eLibrary. I'm going to get mine from here. So we want to add this into our default template. I'm just going to make a copy of it. I'm going to take this, I'm going to copy, I'm going to paste as right, and there we go. Now I'm going to just do a couple things to really get a feel for what's going on. One, I don't want to ditch with this, so I'm going to remove that. So this component, by default, will show your subgrade cut extending up to the bank and blanket it with surface for material. Now when we open this up, we can change our parameters. So a few common parameters to adjust. One, if we want to change our cut slope, we can. So I'm going to just set this to be 125. So we can see that subgrade cut slope controls the back slope of your material. Now the slope of the buttress material is going to be dictated by the thickness of the material at the top. So I've got that set at 1, and I've also got the buttress width at the bottom set. So if I reduce that, we can see those are influencing the width at the bottom. Next we have our shear key width. So again, I'll adjust that. And we've got our shear key depth. So if you don't want that notch dug out to place your material on, we can remove it by adding that shear key depth as 0. We've got our shear key front slope. So that's that slope there. And we've got our shear key back slope. And if you want that continuous to go all the way up with your subgrade cut slope, you can set that to be the same value. Now we can come in here, and if we'd like, I'm going to just change this to match my personal preference. I can expand those advanced parameters and we can add in a pipe. So I'm going to say let's go with a 8-inch pipe in the bottom here. And then we can control the position relative to where the shear key back starts. So if we want to move that closer to the road, we can increase that number. Further away, we can decrease that number. And depth, same thing. It's going to be measured from the tie point. So if we want that deeper, we'll increase our number here. So I'm going to leave that as I have it configured. We'll hit OK. And I'm going to apply that from station 110 all the way to 290. So I just left that called as XX0. And back here, we can see it's behaving as it's intended. Now, a less intuitive feature in this template is the ability to tie it to a either minimum fill height, or we can tie that fill height to a reference feature. So on this topo surface, I have this feature called TOB2. I'm going to set that up to be a reference feature that my template uses, and I'm going to use that to fill all the way up to that existing top cut slope. So back in here, we've got this component here. 1, this is being excluded because it's going to end in fill. So if I want to always have this template appear, I'm going to allow infill on. Then we have the closed buttress. I'll leave that on. But up here we've got our minimum slope height, and if I wanted that to be a fixed value of, say, 3 meters, I could set that. But here I want something smarter where it goes up to the same elevation of that top of bank. So I'm going to use a feature. So that feature is top of bank 2. There we are. So we've got that, and then if I want to actually have that fill daylight straight across, I'm going to combine this with our daylight component. There we are. So we'll hit OK. We'll hit OK. And voila, we have our buttress that extends up to the desired elevation as we'd like.